I'm sure now.
Action!
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't even matter. Are we public?
We are public.
Is there anybody watching?
Yes.
We should just do this by ourselves.
We have so many people. We have
so many people.
Yes.
It is like
humongous
snowing
people right now
with people.
online.
Here we are! Folks, it doesn't get any closer to Christmas than tonight for the cocktail show. Obviously, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow. This is Christmas Eve. You know what? Here's the thing. If you think it gets crazy around this house, like just because we're drinking, imagine adding a holiday like Christmas. Craziness. And here's the greatest part about all of it. I have a little separate drawer. It's not a whole drawer. It's like a fourth of a drawer where I keep my Christmas t-shirts. This is a true story. I have about 10 Christmas t-shirts that I only get to wear around the holidays. Obviously, I'd look like a nut. More so if I didn't. And I get to wear those too. And I do. I know him. Folks, we got a good one tonight. It is the epitome of all cocktails for the holidays. It's eggnog. Oh yeah, we're going to make it. Look, if you've got it in the fridge right now, that bottle of whatever, just throw it away. That's crap. That is holiday crap. That is sugar in a container. You know they don't even put eggs in that? And, oh yeah, for everybody out there, Paul, you're not, yeah, salmonella. Come on, we're doing it right now. We are making a salmonella cocktail tonight. Raw eggs, the whole thing, baby. Blue Monkey Quarantine. The monkey's not even coming in tonight. He's like, nope, not gonna do it. Yeah, Blue Monkey Quarantina. It's eggnog night tonight. Let me take off my spectacles. Folks, this is a good one. Eggnog. Gotta tell you, I've been going back and forth on this one. And the reason, I'll just let's get this out of the way. The problem with the eggnog is so many recipes want you to cook it. I'm not going to stand down here with a, little hot top, yeah, and then like cook it and no. So there are, look, old school. Let me tell you, old school. So eggnog historically comes from Britain. Now, little side note, I was actually on a little cocktail happy hour holiday party with my folks at ICCFA, shout out, and we were playing little Christmas trivia, and the question came up, where was eggnog invented? And the answer was Britain. And everybody said, boy, I'm surprised you didn't know that. And I said, well, I hadn't spent my 8 minutes yet in research, but I was skeptic of the answer. And let me give you the whole answer. So, yes, it is true. Eggnog is credited with coming from Britain in the 1200s, but it wasn't eggnog in the 1200s. Actually, what it's credited, and what they say the epitome where this drink came from, was actually from posset. So posset is a British drink among monks mostly, and it was really an elixir. It was a healing health drink, and it was basically milk, eggs, and they would actually at that time use a strong ale, like a beer. Eventually they would change it to sherry. They would add figs and some spices, and everybody believes that is the root of where eggnog came from. 1200s, that's great. But let me tell you where it really became eggnog. You got to go all the way to the 1700s. And yeah, USA, well, American colonies. Yeah, so the American colonies, they actually really changed it into the eggnog we know today. Well, why would the American colonies? Well, here's what they had. They had farms, they had plenty of eggs, plenty of milk, and they also had apparently a lot of cheap rum that was being brought onto the mainland. And so they would mix this up. And they were the ones really that created the eggnog we know today. Now, why and how did it become a holiday drink? Well, that was the American colonists as well. The thing is that this is a great, delicious drink, but it doesn't keep really well in the summer months. This is a winter drink. And the reason it's a winter drink, it's cream, it's eggs, all raw. Well, that doesn't last long when you make a big batch and put it outside at 90 degrees, but it does really wonderful when you set it outside in the middle of the winter, Christmas. And then when you add those seasonal spices, and if you don't know about that, watch the last episode, but cinnamon, nutmeg, were all added to this. It made it the holiday drink we know, eggnog. Now, let's just be clear. If you think eggnog is this festive drink with nothing but good memories and, wonderful, happy spirits, let me tell you, there is some very dark history around eggnog. 1826, the Eggnog Riot. Yeah, this is a real thing. Eggnog Riot happened 1826, West Point Academy, New York. So earlier in that year, the headmaster of West Point banned all alcohol from the campus. Well, December 24th, the cadets snuck in tons of whiskey and eggnog, and everybody got soused on this eggnog, turned into riots on the West Point campus. Hundreds of incidents, brawls, fights, whatever you want to call it. 11 cadets ended up getting expelled. Many, hundreds of them got in trouble. 11 people got expelled from this. The eggnog riots. Folks, it's not all fun and games just because we're having eggnog. Be careful with this stuff. It's potent. Side note, Jefferson Davis, you may have heard of him, was in that class, part of the eggnog riots, but they let him stay in school. Now you know. So, all right, how do you make it? Well, I know. Back to the whole thing, this whole salmonella. If you want, all right, originally it's raw eggs, it's cream. A lot of people are afraid of salmonella. Look, folks, I pulled it, I did my 8 minutes. Here's the thing, what you need to know about salmonella. Basically, it's contained, from what I understood, to the North Pacific, and the Pacific streams and waters, and that it's really part of it's really just a small species of fish that live in oh crap, I looked up salmon, didn't I? That wasn't salmonella. All right, no, salmonella. So the idea is can you eat raw eggs? Of course you can. Is there a risk of salmonella? Of course there is. But here's the idea, is that when you make a drink or anything you do with raw eggs, if you take raw eggs, open them, don't get shell in there, mix it, ingest it right away, that's the slightest risk you'll ever have. Keep them chilled. Now, if we were going to make eggnog, and the reason people say to cook it is if you make a big batch, the idea is if you make a raw egg batch and then set it out and then it gets warm or even in the fridge, that's when it really becomes a higher risk. So we're going to do it right now. We're going to make it. It's going to be fine. It's all good. So how do you make the drink? Folks, no ice yet. No ice. We're going straight in. All right, we're coming in. By the way, this isn't like a crazy recipe. In the 1600s and to this day, there are cocktails called flips. And a flip is a type of a cocktail that basically is liquor, an entire egg, not the shell, the entire egg, and sugar. That's it. Shaken, that's a flip. And eggnog, 1775, by the way, was the first printed recipe. Raw egg, raw cream, and rum. Yeah, you can use bourbon, whiskey, whatever you want. We're going to rum tonight, a little oat. So, first thing, 2 raw eggs, 1 for me. I know Shelby's excited. And 1 for Shelby. There they are, 2 raw eggs. Then the next thing we're coming in with is sugar. 2 teaspoons per cocktail, so 4 teaspoons. Finely ground. So you can either use powdered sugar. I just took some sugar and ground it up a little bit, and we're going to add that in there. And then the other thing we're going to mix dry shake is heavy cream, and we're going to go 1 ounce per. So 1 for me, 1 for Shelby. It's thick, it's delicious. Now, what I recommend doing is if you have a whisk ball, not a snowball, whisk ball, one of these things, right, like this, drop that in, That'll help get this mixed up a little more. And then we're going to come in, and you really want to give that a good dry shake. As long as you can stand to do it. Yeah, I'm going to bore you with a little bit because we want to make this. Some people actually will take the raw egg, split it, put the yolk into one container, the egg white into the other, and then they'll fluff both of them. A fluffer? Yeah, don't go there. No, you can be an egg fluffer.
Don't go
there. There are people that are egg fluffers.
Don't go there.
Anyway, so you fluff the yellow, then you fluff the white. Come on, Shelby, this is a true story. And then you can fold them together.
We're not bakers here.
Yeah, we're not. So, all right. So, anyway, that's nice. It's thick. It's a nice creamy color. All right, so eggs done. Now we come in with the good part. What's the good part? First of all, ice. Then rum. You can use literally any liquor you want. Rum, bourbon, whiskey, sherry, cognac. I'm going spiced rum. Why not? This is the best time you can use the spiced rum. Going a little Sailor Jerry right here. Two ounces per cocktail. So there's 2. And Paul, that seems like a lot. Folks, I've got salmonella in the cup here. By the way, how drunk do you think everybody had to be to decide early on to go, what if we put raw eggs?
Because there
and
was no
alcohol?
there was no salmonella back then. There wasn't.
All right. All right. Next thing we're going to do, vanilla extract. Folks, I told you about this great measuring device that we've never used, and now we've used it 2 episodes in a row. Bar spoon. Half a teaspoon per cocktail, 1 teaspoon total vanilla extract. Bar spoon, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Next, almond extract. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deliciousness. 1. And then, folks, I don't know if you're familiar with this. Emergency. So, Santa's little helper. Yeah, this is the elf on the shelf that will keep you safe. Yeah, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Yeah. If you don't get it in your stocking, guess what? Santa is not sponsoring your show. But he's sponsoring ours. Emergency, not sponsoring our show. But Santa, to you. All right, a little sprinkle of that in there. If you could just smell this right now, it is just deliciousness in the glass. All right. Now, give it a good shake. Get it cold. I can feel the salmonella trying to escape. All right, folks, there it is. Then come in. Hold on. Let me move my festive Christmas tree. Let me get my glasses. And then,
Oh, that's pretty.
is that not pretty? We're going to highball glass.
No.
I'm
Rock.
sorry. We're going to rocks glass. Shelby, I know you like it cold. So I'm going to come back in.
Thank you.
I'm going to add a little bit of ice. There it is. Right? Last thing, garnish. No drink goes ungarnished, especially at Christmas. Cinnamon stick, folks. Right here. Little fresh cinnamon. Oh, put my fingers there. Oh, a little blood in that one for Shelby. And then
No, that's yours.
a little nutmeg. Ah! Hold on. I can do better. A little nutmeg. Ha! Folks! That is quarantine eggnog. Which is probably pretty appropriate since it's got raw eggs in it. I mean, this is the ultimate quarantine raw egg. Yes, the entire eggnog recipe. right here. Well, obviously, it's cinnamon and nutmeg. That's all you can smell up front. Oh, folks, throw away anything in that fridge that says eggnog on it. This is your cocktail eggnog. This is so thick. It's so smooth. So simple. We made eggnog in 5 minutes. That's your Christmas drink. Holiday drink. Have you. Whatever you want to call it. Now, why is it called eggnog, by the way? So, nobody really knows. There's a few things. Some people say it's because noggin is the name of a wooden cup from the 1500s. And so this was an egg drink in a noggin. Egg, nog. I don't know. Some people say that it could come from the fact that nog is a name for a strong beer. So egg, strong beer, eggnog. And then some people say that it's from the word grog. And grog is a name for rum. Also, in American colonies, any thick drink they would call grog. And then egg added to the grog. Egg, grog, eggnog, whatever. Eggnog.
No, stop it.
Oh my God, I did it again. Semantic satiation.
Stop
Oh my
it.
God, it's semantic satiation.
No.
Anyway, you can look that one up. It's a delicious eggnog cocktail, and it's so easy. Folks, make yourself a fresh eggnog. I can't leave you on that. I gotta leave you on... I'm gonna leave you with some lyrics of a very, very famous, classic Christmas song. I can't sing, but I've been drinking, so I might have to sing it. And here's what I want to leave you with this Christmas holiday season. The last presents have been delivered, and the snow outside is getting thicker. So let's open that bottle of liquor. Hey, bourbon, take me home.
Chink.
Cheers, folks. There it is. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good eggnog. And you know what? You've just had your holiday hump for the year. Yes, you've been holiday humped. So, eggnog to all, and to all a good night. Love you all. Merry Christmas. And by the way, 2 last minute things. One, Wanda, happy birthday, babe. I hope you're watching tonight. A little Christmas birthday celebration to you. And to everybody out there, I put this up today. 1,400 brand new coats we gave out because of people like this who donated, people that bought this freaking crazy little cocktail book. We were able to put on 1,400 coats on new kids. Don't worry, I didn't put them on myself. That would be weird. But we got 1,400 coats brand new out there. And if you are wondering about this year and this Christmas, everybody, you helped. It's been a great year. It's been a rough year, but this made it a little bit brighter and warmer. And you know what? This is going to make it a lot warmer tonight. Cheers. Good night. Love you all.